Good morning, my friends. Well, look at that. Let's start off with a frog in our throat. Good morning, world. Good morning, my fellow AI and marketing nerds. Make sure you drop a comment if you're watching live. And hey, if you're watching a recording, you could drop a comment also. Also, I have to do the obligatory. We all hate it, but we all got to do it. Please make sure you drop a like or a subscribe on the live stream, especially over on YouTube. That's how you can help a brother out. Go over to YouTube, subscribe, turn on notifications. That's all you got to do. You don't have to show up live for every show, but you help a brother out. Okay? I'll help you out. You help me out. I'll scratch your SEO. You scratch my SEO. Good morning. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday, my friend. I am in a really freaking jazz mood, I have to admit. I woke up particularly energetic, and I don't know why. I don't know why, but I'm going to take it. And am I faking it? Probably. No, I doubt it. No, I don't like to fake energy. But and I haven't even had my caffeine. My full hot cup is right here in a cup that no one asked me to promote, but I was given to by Mailbox Power. These guys rock. These guys mailed me a cup with my name on it. So, yes, I'm a Mailbox Power user, and they gave me a cup with a QR code on it. So if you know somebody from Mailbox Power, make sure you tag them. Let them know I am helping a brother out. Okay, today my agenda is somewhat loose. It's mainly for, and I do a show like this every now and then. It's mainly for someone who's a little bit frustrated in marketing to give you some ideas to spur you on to maybe just get those gears turning. You may be a CMO in a company. You may be someone who's making jewelry from home or pies or shoelaces or whatever. I want to give you some ideas to get those creative gears going. Okay, I want to give you some ideas as to how to reach your ideal audience or your target audience. Okay, I'm going to be talking about things like SEO and video and AI and things like that. Just all the stuff that you hear marketing people talk about. But I'm going to try to take a different spin on it to give you some new ideas. And I'll tell you why I do this because number one, marketing is a boring discussion talk. It really is. Marketing is so tired after a while because so many people talk about it. But it's important. Okay, that's the important thing. Is it's literally important. As business owners, we do not live, excuse me, we do not breathe, we do not eat, we do not go on vacations, we do not put our feet in the sand at the beach without marketing. Okay, it is paramount. But it's also hard because there's so much noise out there. And I'm going to give you some ideas of how to break through that noise, okay? Well, do I consider myself a guru? I don't know. I've been titled a guru. I've been titled a thought leader. I don't use those words too often in my world, but I've got some game. I've got some game. And I'm sure you've got some game too. We've all got a little bit of game. It's just we're always trying to up our game. So I want to give you some ideas to help you up your marketing game, to help you reach more people, to help bring more people in the door, and to maybe make this marketing thing a little bit fun. Okay? It can be boring at times. Have you ever sat in a Starbucks or in your office and you're just grinding away on something and it doesn't feel like you're making any progress and you're just like, is there a better way to do this? And does this really have to suck this bad? Yes, sometimes what we do sucks, but you know what? The results are awesome and we get to help people. And that's what I love doing in my job, my work, is I love helping people. That's the reason that I shower and I shave and I go live, is I love to help people. I love to share what I have inside my brain because I'm not going to live forever. Everything up here I have to get out. And sometimes I feel like I learn more stuff than I get out. So one of the reasons I do marketing and one of the reasons I do these live streams is to share them with you to help propagate them into your business and make you a better company and a better C-suite manager, a better CEO, a better CMO. So I've got some notes here. Feel free to drop your other ideas if you're a marketing fiend like me in the comments. I don't know everything, but I know a lot. Okay, I get calls, social media DMs, text messages, emails every single day. And I'm sure you do too if you work in marketing. Like, what is the best way to market this? Every marketing conversation almost always starts off that way. How do I get the word out about this? And it's the conversation that most of the time people have way too late. And what I mean is in my decades of working in this business, I have learned that most people put the cart before the horse when it comes to developing something to sell, a product or a service, and then going over to market it. Okay. Most people will spend hours, days, weeks, months, you pick a time period. Most people will spend a ton of time developing that thing. Here we go. Here's an example. My Burt's Bees right here, okay? I'm not a lesbian, but I can use Burt's Bees. I just heard that's a very typical, stereotypical thing there. Um, Somebody probably worked for years, if not decades, on developing how this looks and how this works. Burt's Bees. Love this stuff. Better use some of it right now because I'm getting dry talking. So someone probably spent years on this to get this container right, to get this font right, to get everything else here right. Okay. And then at some point in time, somebody said, we ought to market this thing. So they probably got, and I'm totally making up a story here off the cuff. They probably got, you know, years, months of whatever into this and decided that it was time to market it. That at that point it was too late. Once this was fully developed, it was too late to figure out the marketing. Was it too late as in a tragedy? No, it was not too late as in a tragedy. But what it was is the marketing should have been started sooner. And I tell clients, because people come to us and hire us for just this thing, I tell clients, as soon as you either have the idea for something or you're getting to the point having like an alpha version ready, meaning like an early version of this ready, or if you're in software, an early version of your software ready. As soon as you have the idea of an alpha or maybe an early beta, that's when you start marketing your thing. So the first thing I want to talk about today is like, when should you get into marketing? Let's say you're a bicycle shop, okay? And you're considering opening up, a couple miles down the street from me. And you're going to launch in about 3 months because you got to do the build out. And you're probably thinking that, you know what, I should plan my marketing 45 days out. If I'm opening 3 months out, I should plan my marketing 45 days out. Now, that may or may not be you. I don't know. A lot of people that come to us have that mindset. I should prepare for marketing after it's ready. No, 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 no. You do the marketing so much earlier. You do the marketing once you have an idea. You do a marketing to start generating an interest and a following. Because if I'm opening up a bike shop down the street, I want to get all of the people who are really bike stands. You've heard of fans. Well, there's stands also, especially M&M fans know there's stands. Um, I want to get those bike stands in the door on day one. I want to let them know there's a new cowboy in town, a new cowboy in town. So if I'm opening up a bike store 90 days out, I am going to start working on the marketing 60 days out. I'm going to start working on the marketing once I have a semblance of a location. And here's one of the reasons why. Number one, you want to generate that early interest because on day one, your door is open. You 100% want people in the door. But also, people love to see something being built. We are all fans of somebody who is building something or doing something new, okay? If you're building a bike shop a mile down the street from me, I want to see the construction. I want to see the 2x4s. I want to see the beams go up. I want to see your carpet get laid. I want to see new bikes coming in, being put together out of the box. People love behind the scenes stuff. People love to see something, to see somebody work with their hands and put something together. So you have to market well before day one. You have to start marketing, day minus 30, day minus 60, call it whatever you want. You have to start marketing early. You get all that marketing mojo, and you're also building up content you can use later. Okay. So make sure that when you're building something, you start marketing it well before it's ready. Now, where to market? That's another good question. So, Mr. Bike Owner, friend of mine, Leonard, is my first name. Leonard's down the street. He's opening up a bike shop in 90 days. He comes to me, Patrick, sees me in Starbucks. I'm wearing a marketing shirt. I'm doing self promo. He says, I'm opening up a bike shop in 90 days. What should I do, Patrick? And that's when I rub my hands like Redman. It's one of my favorite gifts. Rubbing hands like Redman. I love that gift. And I said, okay, cool. Let's talk about some of the best, and I'm not going to say best and worst. I'm going to say best and not so good marketing tactics you should do, Mr. New Bike Owner who's opening up something down the street from me. Number one, obviously, you're going to build your presence all over social media, your website, all that stuff. That's a given. Okay. That is just the baseline of running a marketing organization these days: website, social media presence, YouTube channel. If I had to build three things to open up a new business, it would not be a Twitter account. It would not be even an Instagram account. Instagram would be a close fourth, but I probably wouldn't focus on it because you have a finite amount of time. I would make sure your website's up and running. I would make sure you have a YouTube channel, and I would make sure you have a Facebook page. If you're somebody who's a one-man marketing team, or you're running the organization and you're doing marketing, you don't have a ton of time yet. You can expand later, okay? Because you're not opening up a TikTok or an Instagram account or a Twitter, excuse me, an X account. Um, that doesn't mean you're not going to never do it. It means you're going to focus your resources on what will give you the best ROI on the available time you have. And if you're a solopreneur or an entrepreneur with a very small shop, you have a finite amount of time. So you have to really focus your resources. So website, Facebook page, YouTube channel. Those are the first three I would absolutely start with right there. Oh, so what do I put on there? That's also a good question I get all the time. What do I put on these things? How do I get the word out there? I made a list. I made a list about a half hour ago of some places that I think you could really stand out as a new business owner. Number one, do some competitive research, okay? Do some competitive research of companies or organizations in your field. And if you're a local business, focus on that particular area of things people aren't doing. If you haven't been able to tell, if you follow Patrick for 5 minutes, I'm a huge fan of video and live video. And on my notes here, you can't see it. To my lower left, I have an iPad with my show notes on it. At the top of things that I would do would be video and live video specifically. Why? It's easy. It's interactive. It's engaging. Some of you are watching right now, recorded or live. It doesn't require a lot of prep work. You don't have to overthink video. In the 2026, and I'm sure you'll agree, comment whether you agree or don't agree, people really appreciate and enjoy more the off the cuff stuff, the stuff that happens randomly. I mean, if you're walking through your back of your bike shop and for some reason you have the back door open and the neighborhood cat comes in and meows at you, that's hilarious. People will eat that stuff up. Has nothing to do with the bike shop. Okay? Video, specifically live video, off the cuff, unplanned video, to me is huge. I mean, that's what TikTok is based on. That's what a good chunk of Instagram is based on. Our good old friend YouTube, which I absolutely love. I love, love, love YouTube. That's what that's based on. If you had a finite amount of time, let's say in a week, 40-hour week, if you're an entrepreneur, it's a 60-hour week, right? If you had a finite amount of time and you had one marketing tactic to work on, to me, it would be short and long form video. Shorts are your short form videos, your shorts, your reels, your things like that. Those are huge. Yes, because we all have zero attention span anymore. So short form video, live video, and see in this order, it would probably be short form video, live video, and then video in general. Now, the beauty about live video and short form video is that can feed the other two. But as far as marketing tactics, that would be you go back and watch my old shows. I've got a podcast that I turn these videos into a podcast, or you go back and watch my old YouTube. I think I'm up to 700 or 800 videos on YouTube. When I talk about, not all of them talk about marketing, but the ones that do, you'll see how much I preach this. My opinion has not changed on this forever. I love video. I do very well on video. Okay. I have news experience. I have MC experience. I have DJing experience. I do very well on video. So to me, it comes very naturally. That may not be the case for you. Okay. I know we're self-conscious. I know most people would, what's the phrase I heard once? Most people would rather be in the coffin at their death than at the podium or at the lectern. Not the podium, there's a difference. More people would rather be in the coffin than be at the lectern delivering the eulogy. That's how scared we are. That may be you. I got you. I got you. Don't put your face on video. You got a phone? Where's my phone? Here's my phone over here. You know what? If you're going to do video for your store, don't put your face on video. Use that camera here. Don't use this camera here. Use this camera here. Your face never has to be on video to do good video. Okay? Rich Hopkins, even with Rich, I didn't even see you there, brother. Good to hear from you. Even with a finite amount of time, live video is pretty easy to cross-platform. Let's see what Mr. Rich says here. Let's get this on the screen. Good friend of mine, Rich Hopkins. Even with a finite amount of time, live video is pretty easy to cross-post from TikTok to Facebook to Instagram to YouTube. Less than a couple of minutes. Exactly right. Exactly right. Rich, my brother, thank you for reminding me about that. It is so easy. And if you've watched any of my past marketing tips, you'll see that not only do I do what Rich says here, is I can repurpose the video. You know what I'm going to do today? I'm going to rip the MP3 out of this live stream, and you're going to go over to iTunes, I don't know, iTunes, Apple Music, wherever the Apple Podcast is, and you'll be able to see it on there. I can rip out the audio, transcribe it using Descript, and bam, I've got a blog post. I mean, my opinion on this hasn't changed. There are some things where I kind of go with the industry and I inject my opinion, or I learn and I adapt. My opinion on video hasn't changed for years, probably ever since I discovered how easy it was. Now I've got another list of things here that uh, that that um, I've got some other list of things here I want to go through with you, because this marketing topic is one where you might say, okay, Patrick, everyone's doing live video. No, everyone's not doing live video. There are millions, if not billions, of businesses on the internet right now that are not doing video, especially that bike store down the shop in the example I was telling you, opened up by my buddy Leonard. So let me go through my notes here to make sure you other stuff. So I'm gonna let that video horse. I'm gonna stop beating on that video horse for a second. One of the things I've noticed that when I give out advice, that people come back to me with responses where I say, oh, you should be doing video and you should be doing this, you should be doing this. Everybody is blogging, okay, still important. Everybody is posting on social daily, still important, up that to hourly. Everybody is posting on Facebook groups. And a while back, everyone discovered Reddit. I thought Reddit was the big giant cool secret of the internet, but I've noticed recently that gurus, not me, have started telling people that, oh, Reddit is the shiz. Reddit is the shiz. You gotta be over on Reddit. You gotta be over on Reddit along with everything else. And I like Reddit, I really do, and it's a good place for you to be present. Using it for marketing, I really don't know that much if that's really a good idea. Blogging is important because because SEO still matters. Even with AI, SEO still matters. Okay? I'm going to dip into that topic here for a little bit. The people in the world of SEO, GEO, AIO, EIO, FBI, CIA are talking about AI, and they're saying, well, goodness gracious, Google results don't even matter anymore. Google just pulls up your stuff and shows it at the top, and the Google AI search results, and people don't click through to websites anymore. People have noticed that SEO traffic has dropped off, that click-through rates have dropped off, that their data from Google, which tool is that? Google Search Console, I had to dig in my brain there for a second, has dropped off, and that's 100% true. It doesn't matter. Content is still important. Blogging is still important. SEO is still important. Something that is a personal beef of mine on a gear to grind. I should have put up my little family guy, Peter. If I've got gears to grind, I should. When I One of my gears to grind is people selling AI optimization services. Okay, that's one that really frustrates me. You cannot game AI. And anyone that tries to tell you any kind of AI tool that you can game, that you can rank better, that you can show up more often, those people are selling bullshit stuff. Okay? They are selling crap. I 100% believe you cannot game AI. I'm a huge fan of AI, and last week's show I think was on AI a lot. And I could do a future show, especially if you guys DM me or text me a topic you want me to talk about when it comes to AI. But all these things are still important. Social media. Okay, you post on social media. You come up with one good post a day, and you get that scheduled, a week out, and you're very happy. You go to your boss and you say, "Hey, look, here's my social media schedule. I've got 5 posts. I've got 7 posts for the next 7 days. Going to go out at 10 o'clock. Primo post with an image and a call to action and a hashtags or whatever." That's okay. It's not what you should be doing. Meaning, if you're posting once a day on social media, in my opinion, you're not doing it enough. Same goes with some of these other forms right now. The way the content game is working is that recency and relevancy are key, specifically that recency part. You got to remember that on social media now, there's so much noise that the half life of your social media post is tiny. It really is. I have experimented with and had good success with, and I've seen others have good success with this hourly social media posting. This is where AI comes into handy. And some of you are going to comment, oh, more AI slop. No, I'm not a fan of AI slop. I am a fan of using AI to help me generate ideas and help me execute those ideas. I am not a fan of AI slop. However, every now and then, if you dip over to one of my fan pages, I've got Patrick Almond and I've got Stop Doing Nothing Media. Every now and then, you'll see I may experiment a day or two where I do hourly posting. And you know what? My engagement goes up, my reach goes up, my following goes up. I get more comments. Well, that's the engagement. So, for those of you that say hourly posting is way too much, shut up and take a look at my numbers. Okay. So, there you go. So, so whatever. No, it's not too much. It can be too much all the time, but every now and then, maybe Wednesday, you do, hourly social media posting. How do you do it? How do you do so much? Well, I 100% use AI. I will not kid. I have AI trained onto my voice, my thoughts, my themes, and I will use it to build a list. So basically what I do is I have an agent in Claude that I've trained on my thoughts, my feelings, my emotions. Couldn't train it on my skin color, unfortunately. And it helps me generate ideas. So that's level one. And then I go through the ideas or the posts and I tweak them manually. I may remove one. I am still a fan of using AI to build something and then filtering it through my brain, editing, adding, removing, and then using AI to get it out there. So this is what I can do. And by the way, if you're somebody who wants to build your social media stuff manually, this works for you also. AI is really good at scheduling it for you. Okay. I will use AI to schedule posts for 12 hours at semi-hourly from like 6 o'clock in the morning to 9 o'clock at night. So even if I do my posts manually, I can feed social media a spreadsheet and say, hey, pull in this spreadsheet and with the time, let's say the times or columns on there, and go schedule all these. And then my Claude agent talks to my high-level CRM, and my high-level CRM gets those scheduled for me. As a matter of fact, I think I have some hourly scheduled for today. Okay, so you want to be probably on social media a little bit more frequently than you're currently on there. One more thing I'll talk about, and then we will probably call it a day on time because I know a lot of you are driving to work and you're at 7 o'clock your time, if not 6:30, my mountain people, if not 5:30, my people in California just waking up, or anybody across the world. For some of you, it's midnight. As a kid, did you ever have that revelation? Was it ever weird as a kid to realize that it's maybe like in the morning for you, but some people are just getting started in the evening? For some people, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. As a kid, that always blew me away to think that it's a 24-hour clock. And at any given point in time in the world, somebody else is Mr. Higgins, good to see you again. Can ChatGPT do as well as just Claude? Actually, Charles might be a good person to answer that there. I am not a Chat GPT user. It's a good question, Rich. I bet it can, because all of these LLMs, so ChatGPT and Claude, or what's known as large language models, almost all of them talk to MCPs, and High Level has an MCP where I can push out my social posting via there. So I would easily bet, Rich, that ChatGPT can do it also. ChatGPT can build agents, as can probably Perplexity, as can, what came into my life the other day? Manus came back into my life the other day. So as long as I can talk to an MCP, High Level has an MCP. It's not the best MCP, but it gets the job done. Like immigrants, right? It gets the job done. Wicked, wicked, wicked. Woo. Oh, sorry. My Hamilton Tourette's kicked in there. The last one I want to talk about when it comes to after video, that most people aren't doing to make sure you stand out? I always love it when I make show notes, talk to you guys about stuff, because I make a ton of show notes. Yeah, that's what I figured. Charles Higgins said it can, so Charles is the man. I always come up with a ton of show notes of things I want to talk about, and then I never have the time to talk about all of them. The last one, if I were to tell somebody, a brand new business owner, and this involves money, pay-per-click. Pay-per-click advertising on Google, pay-per-click advertising on Facebook. Is it tired? Is it worn out? Yes, it is. Does it work? 100%. It 100% works. Okay. So you're a business owner. Again, for those of you tuning in late, here's the scenario. Your name is Leonard. You're opening up a bike shop, a mile down the road from me. You run into Patrick. Leonard's my first name. You run into Patrick in a coffee shop and you say, "Hey, Patrick, nice flat white." That's what I get at Starbucks, flat white with 2 Splendas. Um, I only have a finite amount of time. I'm opening up a bike shop in 90 days. Where should I be putting my time and effort? Website, Facebook page, YouTube, and then pay-per-click. Okay. These are things, these are those first things are things that are free. On the pay-per-click side, it's not free, but it's freaking cheap. It's freaking cheap. People are always concerned when I'm like, you got to put $1,000 a month minimum towards any pay-per-click platform. $1,000? That's a lot. Yes, it is a lot in some cases, but remind me again what you're charging for something, and remind me again how easy it is for you to get a return on your dollar. Now, disclaimer, I am not a lawyer, and not every tactic will work for everybody because we're talking marketing tactics. However, these are the things that I am using right now that people are paying us thousands of dollars a month to manage for them, and these are the things that are absolutely working. We've got clients that we blog for daily. We've got clients we blog for weekly. We've got clients doing video webinars. We've got clients doing short form and long form video. And I'm pushing we have several clients that are already running pay-per-click, but I'm also pushing the other clients to run pay-per-click. The ROI on pay-per-click is huge. It is huge. My own ROI, I try to eat my own dog food. So I have my own pay-per-click campaigns running. And, we charge, let's say, so our minimum service level to even talk to us is $1,500. Okay, I'll be very upfront. If you want a 2-hour consult with me, it's $1,500, and I'll record it and I'll give you the transcript and everything. I have no problem opening that kimono, and you can imagine the prices go up from there. I've run pay-per-click campaigns before, which cost me relatively expensive for pay-per-click. It costs me maybe $50, $60 for a lead. I don't know if I've ever paid $100 for a lead, but $50, $60 for a lead. Okay. And no, I take that back. I don't mean lead. Okay. I got to redo the math. It wasn't $50 or $60 for the lead. Yes, it was. Okay. It was for a customer. So it cost me $50 or $60 to get the customer. To say, and you have to do the math backwards. So it may have cost me $5 or $6 per click to get there. The way pay-per-click math works is you have to have X impressions lead to X clicks leads to X visits to your website, X visits to your website leads to X number of form fill outs, and some of those become clients. So when you do that math backwards, there are times where we have paid $56 to get someone in the door to give us money. So you can very quickly do the math in your head that says, oh, if you paid $50 from someone, but they paid you $1,500, was that a good investment? What do you think? Would you pay $50 to make $1,500? I guess you'd be paying $15 to make $14.50, right? That's a no-brainer. That's a no-brainer decision. And that's something I always have to teach new people when they get into pay-per-click advertising is don't look at the money you're spending on it. Let's look at your pricing and how we can easily get a ROAS or a return on your marketing dollar. So that was my goal today is to, man, I didn't even make it through half a cup of coffee. It's got to go in the microwave and warm up. Oh, it's got cinnamon cream in it. Not my choice. Cinnamon in general. So as a quick recap, if you don't have a lot of time and you really want to get some good benefits out of your marketing, Facebook website, Facebook page, YouTube channel, those 3 right off the bat. Video, not TikTok, not some of those other ones out there. YouTube, and YouTube and Facebook. Live, recorded, and short form. So short form and long form. It would be great if you were a new business owner to see a new video or 10 on your YouTube channel every single week. To me, YouTube is one of the most important marketing channels. I still like to make sure mine's updated every single week. As a matter of fact, this is streaming there live now. This is one of my ways of eating my own dog food. Me going live every week is a way for me to get new content on my YouTube channel. Now, again, you don't have to put your face in front of a camera. My ego likes to be on camera. I love talking to you, but you don't have to do it. Flip it around. Walk around your new bike shop, use that camera in the back, and record the behind the scenes stuff. People will eat that stuff up. People love mistakes. People love the raw, the casualness of it all. They do. And that's rare these days because so many people that are into marketing are want to script it and want to make it perfect. And that's not life, baby. Life is not scripted. Life is not perfect. Life is a series of us meatbags stumbling through successes and failures until every now and then we hit something and we do something right. So today I'm probably going to stumble through 10, 20 things, make mistakes, but I'll get a couple things right. And then tomorrow I may stumble a little bit more, but I'll get more things right. That's all we are. Whether it's marketing or whether it's human beings or whatever it is, we're just giant meat bags trying to make as little mistakes as possible to learn to get to the good stuff. So go out there, get into some marketing, some advertising, make some mistakes, make a fool of yourself. Trust me, I make a fool of myself every single day in one way or another. Make a fool of yourself, but don't be afraid to make a fool of yourself. You know what? Making a fool of yourself. Don't purposely make a fool of yourself for social love or for your ego or for your content, but don't be afraid of making a fool of yourself. Early in life, goodness gracious, I'm getting deep into some philosophy here. Early in life, I figured out a while back that, you know what, I'm going to make a fool of myself. That is a guaranteed 100% thing I am going to do when I wake up every single day. So embrace it, use it, and possibly use it in your marketing. Okay? If this has been useful for you, please make sure you do over to YouTube, subscribe, turn on notifications, text me. The number's been on the screen. If you have some ideas of something you want me to talk about, what are we doing? So should be live. I'm aiming for a live most Wednesdays these days at 7 a.m. But I would love your ideas because I work on the agenda for the show a day or two ahead of time, and I want to make sure it is useful for you. Especially if you have a website or something you want me to review, make sure you can DM that to me. It'll be totally, totally anonymous. Well, if you DM me your website and I put it on screen, it won't be anonymous, but you get what I mean. But go out there, have a great day, love someone. Don't be afraid to, make a fool of yourself. It could be fun. Trust me. I've made good money over the past 20 or 30 years making a fool of myself. Have a great, great day, and I will chat with you soon. Take care, my friends. I love you, love you, love you.